Hey everyone, welcome to Dr. Frank's Finance World. I am Dr. Frank, the bank, because I teach you something about finance, so hopefully you can use it to make money in the future. Please be sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell there if you'd like to see more of this in the future. And look in the notes and links from time to time. We try to add more information through time as we go. So this is Stocks and Valuation Part 2, but it's about working problems. That's what the whole video is. So I took some of the problems off of a handout that I have students work so they can learn how to go through the process a little bit, and that's what we're going to go through today. So Johnson Corp is growing at a constant rate of 6%. That's right now they're growing it at 6%. It has both common stock and non-participating preferred. The cost of the preferred stock is 8%. And the par value of it is $120 with a 10% dividend. So what is the market value or the price of the preferred stock? It's going to be, like we were saying earlier, simply the payment divided by the required rate. You do have to figure out the payment, however, and if you come over here, you can see the payment is $120 the face value times the 10% that you get, or $12 a year. Kind of reminds me of the $1,000 face value of bonds times their coupon rate. But at any rate, $12 is the payment. And when you put the $12 and divide it by 0.08, you end up with a $150 preferred stock, which is answer D. And you can read down here and get a little more information about it. The next one is assume you buy a share of XYZ stock today and hold it for 2 years. Your expectations are that you will not receive a dividend at the end of year 1, but you will get a $9.25 one at the end of year 2. In addition, you plan to sell the stock for $450 at the end of year 2. If your expected rate of return is 16%, must be pretty risky. How much should you be willing to pay for this stock today? They do a good job on the timeline giving it here, and that is that you make nothing on it for the first year, so the D1 is 0. And then they pay you the $9.25 and you sell it for $150 at the end of year 2. So you end up getting $159.25. There's several ways to solve this, but the easiest way is the simple time value of money method. And if you use your financial calculator out there, and now we're going to be in the regular time value of money area. The N is 2 years before you get your money. The I is 16%. that you put in. The future value is 159.25, and I simply got that by up there, 159.25. Put that in as the future value, and I get that from right here. And if I want to compute what it's worth today, I do the present value, and it comes out $118.35. You round fractionally up. So the answer to this one then is B. I'm sorry, D, 118.35. And that's how you solve in your calculator. I just wanted you guys to see it for real. And anyway, same thing as what we just did in the calculator. Now, Rebecca's butterfly is more like the problems I typically put on tests, because while we did a problem with 30%, then 20% and 10% growth, I think that has the possibility of more mistakes. So this is the format that I use. That's what I'm really trying to teach you today. And so let's put it to work. The D0, which somebody else got, they paid last week, is $2.37. The company expects to grow at 8% for the next 4 years. So you take the 237 and multiply it by 1 plus the growth rate, 1.08, and it becomes 256, which multiplied for year 2 becomes 276, which multiplied for year 3 becomes 299, which multiplied for year 4 becomes $3.22. So I'm done with the dividends part, but now the constant growth begins. So I'm going to need a price at time 4 and I'm going to have to use a dividend at time 5 because you're always looking one forward. So when I do that, I take the 322 from year 4 and multiply it by the slower growth rate, which they said was 5% forever. And that becomes $3.39. I'm putting it in the formula over here where the price at time 4 is the dividend at time 5, time K sub B minus G. So I'm taking the year 5 dividend, $3.39, and dividing it by the fact that the company's cost of capital is 10% minus the forever growth rate of 5. You end up with $3.39 divided by 0.05, which is $67.80. And now you're actually ready to put in your calculator. So I took the 322 dividend in year 4 plus the price I sold it for in year 4. It came up with $70.20, it looks like. Let's see, $70.08 anyway. Let's put that in the calculator. So when we put that in, I'm going to use the non-constant cash flow part, non-constant cash flow. So I'm in the cash flow function. And I'm going to clear it. And C01 is $2, and there's no CF0. $2.56. So I put 2.56 into cash flow number 1, enter it. It occurs once. I put $2.76 into cash flow 2, enter it in. That occurs once. I put year 3 dividend of $2.99 into year 3 dividend out there. So enter that. I have year 3 dividend. And year 4 is going to be that combination of what I got for the final stock price. And the other, and this is going to be $70 and was it 88 cents? But anyway, so let's see, is that right? Anyway, so I'm gonna put that in $70.88. Hopefully, I added that right, and that becomes never mind. I didn't go down. I need to redo 3. So 3 was $2.99. I didn't enter it. Move forward. My bad. And year 4 one is $70.88. Let's put that in. I'm going to enter that. If I'm off fractionally, it'd just be the small amount difference it would be. And I want to find out what it's worth today, so I'm going to hit the NPV, and we are bringing it back at 10%. So 10 is the I. And when I compute that, it is, $50, where I got that from, $50.76, which is much greater. It's not where I got that from anyway. It's $50.76 is what I came up with, and it is greater than the $40. We can go back and look at this. 70, 80, this actually should be 71, shouldn't it? Because that would be 7108. So my bad. This should be 7108. I'm going to put that in again so we can actually look at that. Let's go through and review the cash flows. This is a nice thing about having the calculator and the cash flow functions. We can actually go look at the cash flows that we put in. So C01 was 256. Go down. C02 was 276. Go down. C03 was 299. Bring that down. C03. That was the difference. That's what got us off on the function, right? So that should be once. My bad. See, even I make mistakes. And then C04 should be 7108. So we put that 71.08, and I'm going to enter that. And now we're going to do the net present value at 10%. When I compute that, I actually come up with 55.40. So that's what I came up with. That final answer is 55.40. That obviously is greater than $40. So E is the answer there. Finally, there's another non-constant growth one here. Client company paid a dividend last year of $1, so that's D0. It's expected to grow at 5% for 2 years. So I took the dollar, multiplied by 1.05, got $1.05. I took the $1.05 and multiplied by 1.05 for 2 years at 5%. Got $1.10. There's a little bit of change here, but I just rounded it. We're going to need to sell our stock after 2 years. So we need to figure out what the price is at time 2. So the price at time 2 is the dividend at time 3. It started growing at 10% forever. A little different problem here. But anyway, so the G we use is 1.1. Add that to the 1%. You get $1.21. Probably a little bit of change too. But regardless, $1.21 divided by the 12% cost of equity and our 10% growth rate will give us a terminal price out there of $60.50. So how do we put that into our calculators? This is C01, the $1.05. C02 is going to be the $60.50 we just calculated, plus the $1.10 that was the dividend at time 2, for a total of $61.60. When I put this in my calculator, I was off by a penny or two. I think I came out with $50.15, but ultimately 50.16 is going to be the correct answer. That's it. That's all the stock valuation stuff you need to know, at least for my class. So don't forget to send emails and comments with suggestions or anything about Ask Dr. Frank if you want to know more. Appreciate you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.